So I'm starting a new YouTube channel here, and it's going to go towards being connected up with a GoFundMe account. I just shot a video of me working on a pair of snowshoes that I'm putting out as the second pair. They're already sold. They're going to somebody I know for most of my life down there in Hughes. But he wants to go buy them for somebody that helped out with the funeral for his son that passed away, and this dude he helped him out a lot with the funeral and got things done. So he wants to reward him with a pair of snowshoes. And I'll just show him real quick again. This here is the first pair of snowshoes that I made, and this is a new innovation. You know, it's leaf spring snowshoes. This is made out of white ash, and so. But this isn't about the snowshoes, and I've been, all my life I know God has had a purpose for me, and I've tried everything the wrong way all my life, and I pull my own head and all that. But then now that I look back at it, the devil's been after my keister for a long time, and it's not funny, but all my life I've been hampered. I've been hampered in my true development towards Christ here. And I believe in God since I could remember. I thought about it one time when I was about 6 years old. I was outside taking a whiz in the snow. Well, we would go outside because I was raised in a cabin with out in the bush, and we went outside to go pee at night. And that's where I'd get away and I'd pray. I didn't know how to pray back then, though. I just talked to the stars. And anyway, but I believed in it for a long time, and then when I was about 18 years old, I had an experience. I seen Christ on the cross. He appeared to me, and then God spoke to me, and he said, no matter what, don't worry about nothing. The more you suffer here on earth, the more you're going to rejoice in heaven. And so I fall back on that all the time. That's how I keep going. I don't ever have to think about it. Then, when I go through trouble, he never has to. He talked to me. It wasn't like I didn't hear anything. But it was word for word. It just zapped straight into my brain. It was knowledge, and it was a paragraph about. And he said, "Don't worry about anything." Something like it doesn't matter. I don't know what that meant really, but a lot of the stuff that we go through on earth here, we think it matters so much. It locks us up and stuff, and it chokes us. And it happened throughout my life. One of my siblings committed suicide. He was next to me, and he wasn't physically next to me, but he was next to oldest, and it really made it hard for me to accept the Holy Ghost. And so I got over it eventually. But the devil's out there. He doesn't want you to develop fully in Christ. He's just trying to shut you down. He doesn't want you to make life easier on people either. And I've been trying to do that all my life. That was my goal, since I was 12. That's why I got an engineering degree. I wanted to innovate, and because I grew up in the bush, and I know things can be easy. And out there's it's not like here in the city and stuff where we have a 10% contingency plan, and like 95% of our projects go over budget and behind schedule. Well, out there in the bush, you can't make one mistake. That's unacceptable. If you make one mistake, you could be dead. You get one piece of bad information, that's the reason to be ostracized. You don't get it wrong. Anyway, so but the devil here, he's got us all locked up tight, and things are tough, and things break, and things don't work, and we're spending mass amount of money just to get one thing, or to do one thing, and then it comes out short. It's never ideal at all. And we even have a definition for ideal as being something that's imaginary, an imaginary level of success or whatever, or level of performance for a product or whatever. But ideal does exist. With God, it does exist, and you can call that a miracle, and that's what it is. And these snowshoes, these are Jesus snowshoes, man. These are ideal. They work out, and I did not design this on my own. I did come up with it, but when I started this, I didn't know what it was going to be. And it's a miracle how it comes out. Everything that I do when I work with Christ, it comes out that way. And it's like that with everything and everybody, I guarantee it, who works with Christ. And so, anyways, I've been kind of locked up for a long time, and I'm working without money, but it caused me to fall back on him a lot more. A lot of the suffering in my life has caused me to become closer to Christ and depend on him more. And also without money, I'm having to make a lot of things myself. And even coming up with these snowshoes and trying to reproduce them, I need things to do it, and also to do it more ideal. And because I want to give these, since I was 12, I wanted to innovate and come up with stuff that's better than what we have, but we get it for less. because that's the way it should be. That's the way it was when I grew up, and that's real. That's ideal. And so starting this new channel, I've been trying to get my story out there and stuff like that, but I've been wrapped up in myself, my own head, so I'm just giving it over. And so I don't know what I call this channel. I kind of want to call it. It's a long name, but God's ideal innovations kills a whole flock of birds with one stone, because that's true. That's the truth. And I just, it just comes to me sometimes how I work with things and work with Him, and it's a miracle because I like collecting like hardware and materials because I like building stuff. And I don't throw anything away. Sometimes I do when the devil gets at me and I start thinking some things are cursed or something, he'll throw all kinds of obstacles at you, and I throw stuff away and stuff, and then later on I find out I need them or something. But I'm not throwing anything away anymore. And also, if stuff is cursed, God will actually use the devil to strengthen you and to he'll come out of left field every time. That's how you know it's him. So that's the name of this channel for now, or in Jesus' name I play. I happen to be wearing the shirt right now. I didn't even mean to, but I like it. It's my favorite. But anyways, so I'm starting this YouTube channel, God's Innovations, God's Ideal Innovations kills a flock of birds with one stone. As I used to say, with God you can kill three, or well, I used to say with me, the way I like to do things is kill 3 birds with one stone. But man, I just realized a minute ago that He's gonna knock down the whole flock, man. It's cool. Anyways, so that's real. You don't even know how big of a flock you can. I don't know. Just when you think you know, He's gonna knock down more. Watch. I'm not joking. Watch. And so I need to. I think I need money to get these patents. Because I'm surrounded by. All of us. We're all surrounded by the devil, and whether people that know they're working with him or not. It's all over. He's trying to shut us down, and I'm thinking about all these innovations that have been developed through working with Christ here and trying to get this stuff out, and I'm starting to get anxiety. The devil loves to throw anxiety at you. I'm like, oh man, there's elements around me that are really stressing me out. And whether we know it or not, there's cults all over the place, and there's people that work knowingly and willingly with the devil, and they got a hive mindset. One person sees one thing, and then pretty soon everybody knows, and they'll try to trip you out. People got information that they shouldn't have and whatnot. But I ain't talking about them. That's not my concern, and it's not my business anyways. None of my beeswax. I was worried that there's elements out there that's going to try to steal my, and I've even been prompted to worry about it. The devil will come into your life and try to give you subliminal messages and stuff, and later on you're like, oh no, somebody's going to steal my, somebody's going to get the patent for me and go ahead and hoard it or whatever, because that does happen. It's hard to patent stuff. I realize, man, it costs thousands of dollars. And so I was like, man, I need to start patenting this stuff and get it out there and blah blah blah. Well, that ain't how God works, man. He ain't worried about no patent, and you bet your bottom dollar. He's not going to have you follow some other trail to get to where He wants you to go. He's going to innovate that. Watch this. So what I want to do is I'm putting out this on a GoFundMe account because I do need money to get things done sometimes, and maybe or maybe not. That's just me thinking, but thinking I need money is how He's going to come at this. I believe. So He's going to knock down. I don't even know how many birds, but I thought it was going to be 3. But watch, it's going to be even more. Just follow me, and I pray. I pray right now that Jesus, you'll get this out there to the right audience, and I want people to see this. I want the people who need this to see this. So please watch, please follow. I don't know whether you got a like or all that stuff. I've never really done this before, so I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to do this, and anyway, I'm just going to start this GoFundMe account here, and through the process of trying to raise money for this, I'm not even going to need money. I'm not going to patent. This is going everything, including this pair of snowshoes. This is going to be public domain. Anybody can make this. Nobody's going to own this patent, not even me. And it's just going to get out there, and only good people are going to be able to reproduce this and make this anyways. I'm going to sell them. I'm going to make them and I'll sell them. You want to buy a pair, I'll try to bring the price down as far as I can. You know, but I'm gonna make it so that it's cheaper than your average snowshoes. I mean, you know, for this size and whatever, maybe I'll make it about the same price for now or something. I don't really know. I don't know. I'm not really good at selling stuff. I'm not a very good haggler. So, you know, I'll try to sell them cheap, but it's gonna be 10 times better than anything you got out there right now. And you know, I toot my horn only when I know it's got a lot of steam behind it, because I guarantee you these are the best snowshoes in the world right now. That's not even a joke. That's not a lie. That's not an overestimation. I'm an engineer, and I'm good at quantifying things to give good estimates, and that's what I do. I've been to school a long time. I work in the engineering field. I can do technical writing. I've had tons of training. I'm actually a creative writer by heart, and I can write good stories, you know, and I can draft. I could do a lot of different things. I've got a lot of skills. Right now, I don't have a job. You know, this is my job. I'm working for God right now. Thank God, because I worked all over the world. I've done firefighting, I've done wildland surveying, I've done, you know, engineering water and wastewater systems. I've done wastewater treatment systems. I've done, you know, arsenic treatment systems. I've done tons of different stuff throughout my life. So I've got a lot of skills, and I retain information very well, so I can do it very well even then. So, but right now, and I love the river too. I race boats, I race dogs, I race snowshoes. You know, I like racing. It's fun. Like, especially when you put a lot of work into something, and your dogs or your body's on point, you know, and pass somebody from behind, and then they pass you, and then you get to pass them again. Sometimes you get beat. It's fun, and but it's fun when you put a lot of work in and you get the results. It's a blast, man. There's nothing better than that. But right now, this is a race. And this is a different kind of race, I realize. Because, you know, I'm worried about patents, and that could be a real concern. You know, there's probably people out there that want to patent this stuff. I've got multiple innovations that have come up in the last few months, you know, or years. Actually, this I started in 2019, I think. And so there are multiple innovations, and they're top notch, and they've never been done before. I've got a tool sharpener that just came together with God's help. I mean, it's from a knife sharpener and a grinder that I made, that were both ideal in itself, and then all of a sudden, boom, they both came together, and I sharpened an axe, and just like that has the hardest steel I ever tried to sharpen, and I did it in like just a half an hour to an hour or something. You know, I was like, whoa, this thing works good. It's made from a chainsaw sharpener, and this knife sharpener apparatus that I had made, and I didn't plan that. There's no way that it isn't God if it comes together like that. Like, you know, and it happens all the time, every time with me when I'm working with Christ, and I'm probably not. I know I'm not the only person that's experienced this, nor experienced the opposition of the devil in their life. A lot of people think like, oh, I think of something, and then all of a sudden it appears on Facebook and stuff. That's real. I mean, you know, all of this stuff is connected to this war on earth between good and evil. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I don't want to let this video go too long, but what I want to do is just through this fundraising process is going to get God's story out there, but it's also going to release a lot of the pressure of trying to get these patents out. So it's just going to be public domain through the process of putting it on this YouTube and on the GoFundMe account. And also, it frees me up to start building these snowshoes and building the tools needed to make these snowshoes and other things that I have already in mind to do. And so I'm just going to come up with stuff to work on, and it's not me coming up with it. I just pray about it, I think about it, and it comes to me. And I'm telling you, it's a miracle, because all of the stuff that I collect, like I'll think of an innovation. I'm like, whoa, here's this little odd-shaped little doohickey that's been bumping around for like a year or 2 years or 3 years, and all of a sudden it's like, pa-ching, it fits like a jigsaw puzzle right in the place where I need it. I'm like, wow, God, thank you. And I can tell you some other experience in my life that was just bizarre, awesome, way out of left field. It's true. And so, you know, I'm not going to worry about patents or anything, and I'm just going to keep bumping along and doing this. But I need help. I need you to watch this, and I need some money behind me. I'm getting help Section 8. You know, I'm in a Section 8 apartment right now. My daughter's in foster care. I've pretty much lost everything over the course of several years trying to keep up on my own. You know, all of my personal possessions, my car, my boats, they've been taken from me. My house, and, you know, everything's been stripped from me. but it's brought me closer to Christ, and it's causing me to have to work with what I got and innovate. Ultimately, I want my own company. I want us to have this own company. I want the whole world to have this company, this innovation, company of innovation. And I'm going to have our own building. I'm in a Section 8 apartment right now, so I'm very limited in where I can work and how I can work. But it's causing me to innovate. And so I'm even going to have to come up with some kind of innovation so that I can slip stuff out my back window into the backyard, so I can work on it out there and slip it back in here so nobody can gripe about it, because I'll get shut down. But through the process, watch, I'm going to come up with some kind of an apparatus just to bump stuff in and out. I mean, I don't know what's going to be next. It's not up to me. And I'm not going to worry about what the devil and his minions are doing around me, because that's not up to me anyways. That's God's business, and that he's in control of that, whether they know it or not, and it's going to happen. And so I'm leaving that up to him, and I'm just going to keep moving. And these innovations are coming up so fast that there's no way anybody can keep up with it anyways. It's going to take like so much organization, so much money to come up with patents and try to shut it down, that there's no way they're going to keep up. And that's the race right there. It's beautiful, because I did research into geopolymer cements. I mean, they'll replace Portland cement, and it's been shut down historically by the Portland cement industry just to keep that industry in play. And that's the devil right there, because it pumps out a whole lot of pollution. And it's just, it's a multi-billion-dollar factories out there. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. I'm not trying to shut anything down or whatever. But geopolymer cements can be made out of fly ash and waste products that have multiple different harmful chemicals in them, and you can create a marble-like, rock-solid concrete foundations out of it, or anything. I mean, it's so smooth, it'll actually take the littering off of off of pop bottles and stuff, and it'll be on the surface. I mean, this stuff is magnificent. And I worked on it during an internship here in Fairbanks before, and that got shut down. And I believe that was shut down by an effort from the devil, or from whoever that was involved. It came in right near the end of the project, and through I believe it was shut down intentionally, because we're that close, and I know how to do it. I know where the mistake was, and just by me saying that, I could be putting a target on my back. But I've had a target on me for a long time. I did not start this fight, and it's been on me for a long time. I've been spooked and fluked and cooped for so dang long. It's scary as heck sometimes. I mean, I'm freaked out sometimes, but thank God I'm still here, and I'm here for a reason, and I'm proud of it, and thank God for it. So anyways, this is running on to almost 20 minutes here. But this is what's going to happen. I'm just going to start doing this. I'm putting it out here for a GoFundMe, and that's how the story is going to get out, and that's how we're going to raise money to get it done. I don't really need much. I just need you to watch this. Watch me, and pray for me too. And I'm just going to keep on building. I'm going to keep on putting on what I'm doing, and you'll see my innovations, and you'll see that they work. And there's nothing out there like them that produces anything that they can produce. And it's going to happen. You might have seen the video earlier that I made, with the little respirator, I call it. And these are the Jesus snowshoes. And I've got the slabiner over there that cuts slabs. I like naming things. It's fun. If I invite them, I get to name them. And you could too if you want to join in the fight here, because that's what it is. And it's a race, because there's going to be efforts to shut it down. And that's that. But I'm not worried about it, because I'm good. I love to race. And I'm just going to keep coming up with these snowshoes, at least first. And through the process, I'm having to innovate one thing after another. And you can try to keep up and get the patents in front, but it's just all going to be public domain. And if you want to go build them and sell them, you can. But if you're trying to work against God, you're going to probably, I don't know, something's going to happen. You want to come over here and work with me, you can. I love working with people. I like when people work, but I'm going to be talking. And if you don't like what I'm saying, I'm just going to keep on talking. And if it, you might have to step out of the line of the camera and run around the corner and puke or something. I don't know. But I'm just going to, I pray to God that I'm going to be saying the right things. I'm not going to be shooting a lot of video, but I'm just going to be putting it out. And I'm going to try to show you what I'm doing and show you how it works and how well it works, just for proof. And proof is in the pudding. And so I do need help, though. I want to get out of the Section 8 apartment so that I get my own building. I want to build a cabin out of cottonwood, out of aspen. I've seen one built before. It lasts 100 years. It lasts longer than spruce, and it's beautiful. You can stare at one log all day because the grain comes out on the surface. And so there's a lot of things I've been wanting to do, and I've been shut down. But God's gonna help me. You're gonna help me. But keep on watching, and I could use some support here. So GoFundMe. Thank you.